Oh man, how am I alive today?
Oh boy, oh boy. Suppose it's just straight back into it, isn't it? We're about to go check on Alter Ego. I tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Shall we? Yeah.
So then,
We need to get into that locker. Kyoko took the keys Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. And as the locker swung open, we saw...
You really came!
Oh. The baby. The baby. Good morning. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe. Thank goodness. I never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time.
So,
Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please just wait a little while longer. So now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me. What are you trying to do all on your own here at the school?
you.
Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However,
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. I don't need to know. That just makes me even more worried.
what?
Worried? Like what happened during the investigation this time. You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you do that,
Indeed.
it's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too. No, I believe in you.
What?
You believe in me? Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. And I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. Then,
That's fine.
fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see, what I heard from Kyoko then was, well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I'd told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she'd told me with my own two eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did, I went into action.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the second floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it. And in the storage closet there, way in the back, she said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but could Kyoko really be right about this? It's just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. The secret Kyoko told me about, could it really be hidden here? She said it was way back in the storage closet. But, I mean, seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet, and suddenly, as if I were being yanked in, at the same time as I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. I had fallen through the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out the back wall was like a revolving door, and I've made my way to the other side. Just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
In the boys' bathroom on the second floor, there's a storage closet. And way in the back of that, there's a secret room. So this is the secret room. But what's in here? There's a bunch of files and what looks like a volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Hope's Peak Academy Student Registry. This is the only thing in here not covered in dust. Has someone been looking at it recently? I slipped the file into my hand, but before I had a chance to take a look at it, a slip of paper fell out the file and I turned my attention to it. You must not leave. What's this? You must not leave. That's kind of weird. I could understand if it said, like, I can't leave, but you must not leave. What is this? My head feels funny. This strange sensation. It's like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before, but I can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? I... Whack. The code just got bonked. I can't believe it. A strange sound rang out through my head. It felt like it was shaking my brain back and forth. And then, darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it had been. Oh my god, this is all your fault. Ow. Apparently something hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The dull, throbbing pain in my head proved that much at least. An empty bookshelf. Empty. Gone. It's all gone. The yearbooks, the student registry, and even the note that had fallen out on the floor. It's all gone. What does this mean? But my brain refused to do any more work. The insistent pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room, get some rest. My body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back toward my room. Somehow I made it back to the first floor of the school. The farther I walked, the more I felt. Things are getting blurry. Can't see in front of me. I couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there. And after that... As if from a vast distance, I heard a sound. It was faint, but undeniable. That sound, it's coming from the gym. As I desperately hauled my shaky frame toward the gym, the sound got stronger and stronger. What's going on? It can't be nothing. Here, in the gym? I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sounds coming from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more. Before me there raged a battle beyond anything humanly possible. One side's not human. One side's not human, that's for sure, but regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
The deal.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Okay.
Big mood.
But you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then could it be Mastermind Spy is... And that's the end of chapter 3. Oh. 7. Oh my god. You forget how few people end up here. Leon killed Sayaka. Monokuma killed Junko. Then Leon got executed. Then Mondo killed Chihiro. Then he got executed. Hifumi killed Taka. Then Celeste killed Hifumi. And then she got executed. And that brings us up to now. The next morning in the dining hall, the day after Celeste's case. So now there's only 5 of us here. Only a third of the number of people we started with.
Indeed.
Loneliness has become commonplace. That's true. Still. What did I see yesterday? I don't understand. Sakura is the mastermind spy? Can that really be true? Mikoto, are you okay? No, I'm fine. I can't bring up Mikoto in front of the others. If I did that, it would just confuse everyone that much more.
Okay.
In that case, let's eat till we pass out.
Huh?
What do you mean, in that case?
Cause
Oh, because look how scary everyone looks. It's got to be because you're all fighting on empty stomachs, right? If you fill your belly, I'm sure you'll all cheer up. So let's eat.
okay.
Let's fry up some fish and donuts and eat till we can't stand up. That's like a deep impact style mutual impact extinction level event combination of foods. Those are both breakfast time top sellers. Still, the till we can't stand up part is a problem. If we're done, we need to go explore.
I see.
That's right. Since the class trial is over, new areas should have opened up.
It's true.
Plus, we still have alter ego. We don't have to give in to despair just yet. She's right. We have to plan ahead and think about the future.
You got it.
Yeah, think happy thoughts, not deathy thoughts. Deathy thoughts? Sure. That's the word.
You know?
Like when we're gonna get out of here, right?
For serious.
When this is all over, I think I want to get reborn for serious. I mean, reborn as someone serious.
Well,
Hey, you okay? That sounds like something someone who is about to die would say. I'm totally okay. I'm not gonna die. Why? Because there's not gonna be any more mothers. What makes you so sure? Yeah, there's more chapters to go, man. This is only chapter 4.
According to the spirits,
I predicted it last night. Since this revealed itself to me from the ether, there's no doubt about it.
However,
How accurate is your fortune telling anyway?
How about
I
that?
usually hit 20 or 30% on a good day. That seems really low.
It's not like some
Well, yeah,
occult
it's not like it's
mystery.
ESP or whatever. Of course it's only going to run it sometimes.
The occult is bullcrap.
I told you, my fortune telling isn't like some occult thing.
So,
Fortune telling isn't occult?
You got it all
Of course
wrong.
not. Clairvoyance is clairvoyance. Don't put it in the same category as cattle mutilation.
Huh?
Cattle what?
So,
He's referring to the urban legend where aliens abduct cows and dissect them as part of their research.
Actually,
No, you're calling it an urban legend? As a matter of fact, it's true. As a matter of fact, it's happened to me. It all happened one day when I went to go get a hamburger. It's a place I'd never been before. They claimed their patties were 100% all beef. So I got a burger to go and headed home.
but
And before long,
the end is nigh.
the sky was filled with mysterious blinding light.
Some crazy beam came out of nowhere and locked onto my hamburger.
I believe him.
And as soon as the beam touched it, the burger started floating in midair. And then, still floating there, the entire burger started coming apart. One part of it just vanished, while the rest fell back into my hand. Do you realize what that means?
It's not 100% beef.
It means the burger wasn't 100% beef. It must have had some pork or something mixed in.
I'm sad that actually that was the guess because I didn't remember that this was part of the game.
Something like 70% pork and 30% beef would be my guess. You can't trick me.
So I stormed back into the burger place and got up in the manager's grill and they totally admitted it. It wasn't 100% beef. They totally mixed in ground pork with it.
How about that?
Now do you see? That is cattle mutilation. I kind of got lost halfway through. I can't tell if you're for the occult or against it. You stink of stupidity. Well, aliens isn't the occult, is it? So,
Don't be mean.
I stink of... How dare you? Well, you do stink though. That's fine. That's fine. Anyway, I hope your prediction turns out to be true. But at the very least, I won't murder anyone.
yeah.
Me either. I mean, I would never.
Of course.
Me either.
indeed.
Nor I. That goes for me too. Of course I could never kill any of my friends. I felt like those words of encouragement were helping us come together as one. After so much sacrifice and hardship, we'd finally become united. But,
Well,
to be honest, I wish Byaku and Togo were here for this too. But they're so hard to deal with, they only think about themselves. Yeah, we're better off without them, I say. That was hard. That was enough to prove. We were united for the time being, but within that bond hid weakness and fragility. Also, our apologies. We began our search as soon as we finished our breakfast in the dining hall. We had to find out what had opened up, what was waiting for us. Oh. I'm going a slow way. So now we have access to the 4th floor of Hope's Peak Academy. Maybe this time we'll find some kind of clue. No, this time I have to find it. Just gotta check there's no other hallways. Right. There's the data lab. Rattle, rattle. No good, the door's locked. I guess I won't be getting in here. According to the nameplate, this is called the data center. But what's behind the door is a total mystery. Alright. I'm glad this floor got opened up and all, but there's like a ton of locked rooms up here. Oh. Peek. Peek. The office. Oh, another photo. This is the office. Of course there's no hint of any teachers that we'd normally be able to rely on. There's a flower on the desk. Somehow it makes things feel that much weirder. Coin. Yep. Another coin. Yep, another flower. Coin. Where is it? Or is it just more flowers? Just look at the photo then. There's a picture on the floor. This picture. What? Celeste, Fumi and Sayaka? The smiley faces of 3 people who are dead now. A classroom without metal plates over the windows. It's exactly the same. It's just like that picture I saw before. There's no way this isn't important somehow. They're smiling the way you'd expect any normal teenager to smile. Just a normal group of high schoolers living a normal school life. I can't possibly believe they were able to smile like that in a world of despair like this. So does that mean this picture was taken before they ever came to Hope's Peak? Which would mean everyone in the picture knew each other before they got here. Including Sayaka? No, there's no way. Monokuma did it, it must be fake. You're fake. Monokuma popped out of nowhere and snatched the picture from my hand. A forgery plot? What are you, a middle schooler? You think the moon landing was fake too? Come on. Then you're saying this picture is real?
Hey,
If there was such a thing as the Nobel Truth Prize, I'd take first, second and fourth place.
too bad.
Actually, that's probably not true. I asked you a question. Is this picture real or is it fake? Oh, Makoto, you're so eager to split things in half, aren't you?
Hey,
But it's no use. It's just no use. If you try to split something that can't be split, you'll end up feeling like you're the one being split.
it's true.
The picture is real. No more, no less. Without another word, Monokuma disappeared. So the picture is real? It's really real? If that's true, if that's the case, I think this is locked as well, isn't it? The nameplate on the door says Headmaster's Room. Headmaster's Room. There must be something worthwhile in there. The door's locked. Damn it. I think I missed something here. Yeah. The music room. Oh, smashed into it. Hi, Kyoko. This is the music room. It's hardly even a classroom, it's more like an actual concert hall. Is this the grand piano? Seems pretty old, I bet it's worth a lot of money. Of course, without someone around who can play it, it's totally useless. No, it's not my Choco. Hi, Choco.
Hey,
You know, you haven't told me what you think yet. What I think
so...
about the secret room in the boys' bathroom. Ah, well, I did find the secret room, but as soon as I started looking around, I was attacked.
What?
Attacked? By who? Well, they came from behind and I didn't have any time to react, so I didn't see who it was. And when I came to, the Manchester files and documents were all gone. I'm sorry, I know how important those were.
That's fine.
It's okay, I already saw what I needed to in there. And I half suspected the mastermind might come after you. What?
Because...
When I discovered the room, the mastermind must have seen me on the surveillance camera in the hallway. They must have seen me go into the boys' bathroom and not come out again. Still, I wanted you to go and see it. I wanted to see how the mastermind would react. Essentially, I wanted to find out if the mastermind actually knew about that room.
It would seem...
But to attack you and steal everything in the room, that must mean there was some unknown clue in there that could reveal the mastermind's identity. Then you knew I was going to get attacked?
That doesn't matter.
You can handle that kind of thing though, right? After all, you're a boy. What does she think a boy is? Fine, I understand. Then let me ask you something else. Do you know about the note that was left in there? The note that said you must not leave?
Just a second.
We shouldn't talk about that. Not here. Kyoko stole a quick glance at that surveillance camera. I'm looking into it. If I find out anything, I'll let you know.
Listen to me.
Is that okay? She made it sound like she was asking, but it was clear I wouldn't have any say in the matter.
So then...
So now it's your turn. Let's hear your secret. Huh? Did you think I wouldn't notice? You're hiding something.
Am I wrong?
You are correct. That's...
What?
What's the matter? If you're worried about the camera, why not just write it down? Well...
Hey.
We're friends, so you should be able to trust me. Isn't that what you said before? You're right that there shouldn't be any secrets between friends, but there's nothing worse than expressing doubt about your friend when you don't have evidence for it. Tell her! I haven't Just do it! She's gonna be angry at you. I haven't found conclusive evidence yet. If I talk about it now, it could just make things that much worse. Friends shouldn't keep secrets, but there's nothing worse than expressing doubt about your friend when You're gonna make me do it, aren't you? You're gonna make me lie and hide. How dare you? I'm disappointed in you, Miko. How dare you make me do this? Sorry, I can't tell you, not yet.
Correct.
So that's your answer.
However...
But do you think that's fair? You were happy to hear what I had to say, but now you're unwilling to share? I'm sorry, I really am.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Goodbye.
With those as her parting words, Kyoko left me standing there alone. I think I made her mad. Of course you did. Should have just said it. Just Kyoko. She's not gonna go insane, is she? She's not gonna attack anyone. Oh, I didn't look at the floor before. That's weird. I don't like the floor. Is it just this room left? Chem lab. Yes. Oh, chemistry's good though. Inside the room, the smell of medicine was oppressive. So this is the chem lab. I hope inhaling all this stuff doesn't do permanent damage. Can I not look at it, please? No? You don't. I want to know what they were doing. What guys? Sakura's lost in conversation with Hina. I need to find out what's going on with Sakura and the mastermind, but I can't watch you, Hina. What is it, Makoto? Did you need something? No, it's nothing.
So then.
Really? Well, okay. Hina and Sakura seem to be lost in a deep but friendly conversation.
Hey, Makoto.
You need something? No, it's nothing.
Huh?
Sure? Okay then. It's a remarkably big shelf, and it's stocked with all kinds of medicine.
That's right.
Listen, Makoto, listen. Just take a deep breath, calm down, and listen to me. Okay, Hina, just chill out. There's all kinds of stuff we didn't have before. Vitamins, minerals, amino acids, creatine.
Okay.
What? They even have protein enzyme X. What's that? A high quality protein drink is nothing like the cheap swill in the warehouse. It's connoisseur level. Oh yeah? This is amazing. It's a gold mine. Oh, my prayers have finally been answered. Time to load up some more prayers then. A gold mine, huh? I've already taken a good look at things around here. There's a lot to think about, but for now I should head back to the dining hall and talk to the others. And Kyoko's still going to be angry at me, and I hate that. It means I won't be able to hang out with her, and she's going to be mad, and I'm just going to be really sad about it. Not long after I got to the dining hall, the others began to trickle in. And after a few minutes... So is this everyone?
Well then.
Okay, let's discuss what we all discovered. Yeah, good idea. Metal sheets have been attached to all the windows on the 4th floor, none of them budged an inch.
In other words,
Just like everywhere else. Escape from the 4th floor seems unlikely. That was to be expected, though. Hear that? I found a couple rooms on the 4th floor, but they were locked. The data center and the headmaster's room. The headmaster's room, that sounds exactly like the kind of place where we'd find some clues. If we can somehow unlock the door and get inside.
But
Who cares about a stupid lock?
how about that?
It'd be no problem for the world's strongest missing link to knock down one measly door. What was that?
What?
No, please, continue. Did you say I've got the nice butler block? The curviest hips in town, is that what you said?
What the heck?
Hell no, I didn't.
Hey,
Then what did you say?
come on now.
Because I know you weren't talking about tearing down the door to the headmaster's room.
Unbelievable.
Knocking down your headmaster's door. What kind of warrant education are you trying to start here?
Your teacher had such faith in you. And
It's my
this is how you
room.
repay me with betrayal?
So let that audio clip play. That's my room, you know, and it is now, anyway. And you'll think you're busting it down. You seriously don't want to piss me off? You have any idea how much bacteria lives on a single bear claw? No, I was just kidding. Please don't get mad.
Damn it.
I'm not mad. You're totally mad.
This is
I
kind
was
of
hoping I wouldn't have to add a rule for this, but if you're going to go around having those thoughts... I have no choice but to add the school regulations. Seriously?
Too bad.
Breaking down a locked door is prohibited. There, that's a rule now, you jerks. The new rule has been added to the regulations menu. Is he gone? Oh. Man, I was scared for my life. I was sure he was going to kill me for serious.
Well.
But if you go of its way to make up a rule like that, there's no doubt that something important must be hidden in the headmaster's room. But now that it's a rule, there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
There was a big shelf in the chem lab on the 4th floor, and it had all kinds of chemicals and stuff.
Okay.
And there was an all-star cast of nutrient additives and supplements. You should at least go take a peek. I highly recommend it. I think you and Ogre are probably the only ones interested in stuff like that. Oh, but it's not all good stuff though. There was medicine and health stuff, but on top of that, there was also a bunch of different poisons. Poison? They're all labelled clearly though, so it'd be hard to grab one by mistake.
It's true.
Still, we better make sure we're careful around there. And we probably shouldn't tell Byakuya or Toko about the poison, right? What do you mean? Well, just in case. You know what I'm trying to say. Just in case. Yeah, I think you're right.
However,
It's Byakuya. It won't be long before he's discovered it for himself. But to put something as dangerous as poison right out in the open, that's absolutely the work of the mastermind. Hi, honey. Kyoko? She's mad at me. She's ignoring me.
So,
Hey, Makoto, does Kyoko seem upset to you?
that's right.
She is, isn't she? She's totally mad. Yeah, it looks like it. She's fuming.
What's your deal?
But it's your fault, isn't it? You must have done something to her. This is bad. So has everyone said what they need to say? I think so.
For serious?
It looks like nobody found any clues at all, let alone a way out of here. I haven't been this depressed since my house burned to the ground. Someone do something to cheer me up. Can I say something?
How about that?
It's because my dad was smoking in bed. No, I have something I'd like to report. So you guys all remember, right? Remember when I found that picture up on the 3rd floor the other day?
Perhaps.
You mean the one that showed Mondo, Chihiro and Leon all together, right?
Huh?
Yeah, I remember. What about it? Well, I found another one. Another picture almost just like that one. Another one. But this time the picture was of Celeste, Hifumi and Sayaka.
Huh?
And they're all smiling. And the classroom in the picture didn't have any metal covering the windows. So the picture of Mondo, Chihiro and Leon wasn't the only one. No, you found one that had Celeste, Hifumi and Sayaka. But how can that...
Conspiracy!
Monokuma must have faked it. But if the picture is real, then everyone who was in it, there would have been some kind of hidden connection there, don't you think? Some deeper truth that we just don't understand.
What?
Can't be. It's a fake. But Monokuma said it was real. I know we could just write that off as a lie, but...
so then,
Then you trust Monokuma's word over the people who have died? Huh?
because
That's what you're saying, isn't it? No, that's not it. I'm shocked. You told everyone how we should believe in our friends, but you refused to do the same. That's not... What's going on, Kyoko? Why are you getting so emotional? I don't understand why she's so angry.
Hey, come on.
Could she let you in, honey, and you let her down? She doesn't let people in, and she let you in, and you fucked it up. Come on, guys, stop fighting, or all your good luck is going to float away. Anyway, Makoto, you're thinking about it too much. There's no way Monokuma didn't fake that picture.
Of course.
He's just trying to confuse us. We shouldn't listen to anything Monokuma has to say. You might be right, but still. Are you still so conflicted?
What?
Looks like you guys have stopped playing nice. Byakuya. You all have the same sunken look on your faces. You're all so ugly before, you shouldn't let them sink any lower. When I look at you, it makes me think of a frog sinking into a pile of manure.
you know?
Sorry.
Just a second.
Why are you apologising?
What the heck?
Leave us alone. You're not a part of this.
That's right.
That's true enough. Your problems aren't mine. We are, and always will be, completely separate. So whoever's causing your faces to turn so ugly has absolutely nothing to do with me. If I happen to discover a vital clue, it wouldn't concern you in the slightest. Huh? Did he finally just say something useful?
Hey,
Byakuya, what have you been up to?
That's fine.
I don't mind telling you. Perhaps forcing your lazy brains to get to work might do you some good.
Such
I was in the
ignorance.
bar. What else would you like to know? Today's lottery numbers? He was taking a bar? Is he saying he's been talking to Alter Ego? Did he tell him something?
it would seem...
Maybe we should all go take a bar. Good idea. A mixed bar?
Okay.
A mixed bar. If Alter Ego really did tell him something, I wonder what it could have been. When I got to the dressing room, Toko was sitting alone on the bench, the laptop in front of her. Toko, did you decide to come hear what Alter Ego has to say too?
What's your
I already
problem?
heard it with Master. With Master? You don't have to keep saying it. Anyway, so what are you doing right now? Shut up, stop bothering me.
How about that?
Get out of the way, we have to talk to Alter Ego.
Wow.
No, I made Master a promise. A promise? Master told me to wait here, so that's what I'm doing.
Huh?
Well, are you his dog? That's what Master wants. I'd do anything he asks. You just love being mistreated. Well, fine. If you really want me gone, by all means. That's not what we meant. Oh, that's not what we meant. Why would you do this? Now we have to deal with her. Oh, God damn it.
What?
Hi, Jill. What's going on? We'd like you to move. Sure thing, just kneel before me and beg. First a mega masochist, now a super sadist. Jill, my honey, move. Toko, seriously, I'm asking you nicely to let us use the laptop. Didn't you hear what I said? I told you to kneel and beg.
How about that?
Come on, Makoto, give her the old 1-2 combo. 1, drop to your knees, 2, beseech. Why are you acting like you're not part of this? I was as desperate as I felt. Finally, I did kneel down in front of her and I said, please, I'm begging you. Will you please let us use the laptop? Such an ultra miraculous feeling of happiness. All my pent-up anger at Master for abusing me is evaporating. So even you realise it's abuse.
Hey,
That should be enough, right? Hurry up and let us talk to Alter Ego. Okay. Everyone, come closer. I already told Byakuya, but I was finally able to crack open all the files that were on this laptop. Sorry to have kept you all waiting.
correct.
Just what I thought.
I see.
Finally, the time has come. I was starting to get kind of nervous. I felt the same way. Resting on the keyboard, my hands started to shake.
Just a second.
Move. That's right. You're her bitch now. A single word was like a sharpened blade. Wounded, I moved to let her take over.
So then,
Here we go. Kyoko began typing, the words appearing as fast as I could read them. Can you tell us what you found out?
Leave it to me.
Sure, I analysed the files and extracted all the useful information I could find. And one particularly important fact I discovered was that a certain plan had been put into effect here, to isolate the students of Hope's Peak Academy and create a communal life for them. That was the stated goal of the plan, but it was meant to be more than just a normal school life. The students were intended to live out the rest of their lives here. That's
I see.
exactly the situation we found ourselves in. It's quite unthinkable, isn't it? And what's more, the one who came up with the plan was None other than the administrators of Hope's Peak themselves.
Huh?
What? Wait, hold on. Then the reason we've been imprisoned here, it wasn't the work of some psycho freak or criminal organisation or whatever.
No way!
It was the school itself. That doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that?
Just a second.
I don't think Alter Ego is finished. Perhaps we should hear the rest.
That's right.
Seems that the reason they devised this plan was because of what happened 1 year ago. This is how they described that event. They said it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Huh?
What does that mean?
What?
Yeah, what kind of name is that for something?
You see,
Otherwise known as the tragedy, is apparently some sort of devastating occurrence. Because of the tragedy,
well,
Hope's Peak Academy was forced to discontinue its role as a school and close down.
I see.
Things are it's finally starting to make sense. What this means is, 1 year ago, this tragedy took place. And whatever it was, it forced Hope's Peak to shut down. And from there, they decided to use the school as a kind of staging ground.
That's right.
They planned to sequester the students here, where they would live out the rest of their lives.
so,
But why would the Hope's Peak administrators want to shut everyone in like that?
Hey,
And what could this tragic event have possibly been? Ooh. Jeez Christ. In a flash, Kyoko typed their questions into the computer, and the answer we got was,
sorry.
I don't know. If that information was ever on this computer, it's gone now. I'm totally useless. I'm sorry. And that's all he said. Then is this really the end? We get halfway through the answer and that's it?
Indeed.
It would appear so disappointing.
Wait,
Oh, wait.
so,
There's one other thing I forgot to mention. I think it might be important. I believe it has to do with the mastermind. When my earphone stops falling out my ear, I'm going to be okay. The mastermind? Kyoko's fingers moved even faster than they had so far. Did you figure out the mastermind's identity?
sorry.
No, that I still don't know, but I did find a clue, I think. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalised the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. So that the same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. And it seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now.
The headmaster?
The headmaster is here in the school?
okay.
Then that's got to be the mastermind. I mean, Moniku's been calling himself the headmaster, right?
perhaps.
Which makes the real headmaster that much more suspicious.
For serious?
But if we break down the door to his room, we're dead, right? So what are we supposed to do? I'll find a way. Huh? No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko? What's going on? She's pissed. I can't explain why. I just know I have to find him. She has to? Kyoko, what's going on with you? When she heard about the headmaster, her reaction was almost violent.
So then,
We should see if Alter Ego has any more information. That seemed to be her attempt to regain her composure as she started typing again. Did you learn anything else?
Sorry.
That's everything I found. All the information on this laptop seems to be pretty old, so that's all I can do from here.
Sorry.
I'm really sorry. Then it really is all over.
hey,
Wait, Alter Ego seems to have more to say.
So,
Well, it's kind of a different topic, but I was wondering about something. I haven't seen Celeste Fumi Otaka since yesterday. A heavy silence fell across the room. The only sound was the flat, precise clicking of keys as Kyoko typed. They're all dead. What? I see. Certainly I knew that was a possibility, but
okay then.
it really happened.
Sorry.
Sorry. There's no point in me getting depressed over things I can't do anything about.
anyway,
Well then, I guess that's it. That's it. A simple phrase that held so much meaning. She began typing again. You've done your job. Thank you.
I see.
I'm done? I guess I am, huh?
Okay then.
Then maybe I'll take a little rest. I'm kind of tired. Goodbye, everyone. See you later. With that, the laptop entered sleep mode,
I see.
so Alter Ego did everything he could.
Indeed.
We won't have to talk to him all that much anymore.
But
But I feel kind of sorry for him.
But
You feel sorry? But he's just a computer program, right?
well,
I know, but still, he did everything he could for us, you know? I mean, yeah, it did, but that's what a that's what a computer program is designed to do. You don't tell a computer good job every time you shut it down, do you? Well, no. But when we talked to Alter Ego, I guess I just didn't see it that way. I know what you mean. I feel the same way.
hey,
Come on, it's just a program. You can tell the difference between a program and a friend, right? But you know, what's the difference between us and that program really?
Huh?
I started thinking about how you would differentiate a person and an AI. Alter Ego isn't human, I know that. It's just a program running on a computer. But at the same time, I couldn't help but think of him as our friend.
that's right.
He's no different from us. He's still our friend. I think maybe I understand where you're coming from. Then there's no problem calling him a friend. After all, the more friends the merrier, right?
How about that?
Check this out. Friendship has no survival value. Instead, it gives value to survival. So anyway. Don't so anyway that. It's a totally smart cool thing that I quoted that I don't remember where.
Hey,
Anyway, there's nothing more Alter Ego can do to help us. As such, his role for this is over. Am I wrong about that? No, but...
just a second.
And frankly, I question the ease with which you decide who is and isn't your friend. Do you really mean that?
Wait.
The story's gotten off track. We should go over what Alter Ego said one more time. Yeah, good idea. What was the Hope's Peak staff thinking? Why are they making us kill each other? Alter Ego said that happened 1 year ago is what started everything.
Well,
Yeah, he said it was the biggest, most awful, most hopeless event in human history, right? It must have been a huge incident, whatever it was. But did something like that really happen a year ago? I don't remember anything happening that you described that way. What about you guys? I don't really watch the news, so...
I'm sorry.
Sorry, nothing comes to mind.
Anyway,
The event led to the closing of Hope's
at
Peak.
the very least.
If nothing else, it must have had some kind of connection to this school. Maybe all the students here were killed or something.
However,
That kind of catastrophe would have been all over the news. At least one of us will remember that.
could it be?
Then maybe they covered it up. That would explain why none of us knew that the school had been shut down.
I see.
Totally covering up something like that. Suppose it's not totally impossible.
What the heck?
What's wrong with our government? Our taxes pay their salaries. They should be handling stuff like that.
Anyway,
Maybe, but right now there's only one path open to us.
so...
We have to find the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy.
correct.
We have to find him and make him tell us everything.
No matter what.
As long as we can get our hands on him, I think. Kyoko. When you said headmaster, I got that feeling again.
Well,
But even that is a problem not so easily solved. Yeah, you're right.
So then,
Well, our business is done here. So for now, we should get out of here. Oh yeah, good idea.
Yep.
Then I... Is it really that dusty? Wait, I mean... Oh no, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm not guarding it. Bianca's going to be so mad at me. Let's avoid getting involved any further. Good call. But as we left the dressing room, someone was there waiting for us. Ooh. Oh God, my back is killing me today. Oh, struggles. My heart is pounding away. It's pounding with anger. You're not still mad about the whole breaking into the headmaster's room thing, are you? Oh, that little matter doesn't even matter even a little. I'm a little jealous that you guys enjoying an indecent mixed bath, but that doesn't matter either. Building. I feel it building.
Now I'm really angry.
My head's about to boil over with rage.
Please!
Don't get so angry. Here, let me center your chakra.
Boom, boom.
Etch this on the walls of your brain, okay? When you do something to me, I do it right back. An eye for an eye, a fang for a fang. Fang for a fang? Be careful, he just chanted the incantation of devastation. No, it's just a saying. Oh, I see. But what's he talking about?
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime.
Okay.
Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bug bite.
Correct.
So it's nighttime.
Hey,
What does everyone want to do? Celeste was the one who suggested our nighttime rule, but she's gone now. I think we should still avoid being out at nighttime. I know it'll make me feel better that way. I agree.
it's true.
Very well then. In that case, time for bed. So everyone headed back to their rooms. Monokuma's parting words left me feeling anxious to the feeling of rest that night. Once I was back in my room, I got lost in thought. What we'd learned from Alter Ego kept on spinning around and around in my mind. The administrators of Hope's Peak had planned all of this. They did it because of the tragedy, which had happened a year before. And apparently the headmaster is the one behind it all, the mastermind. All these mysteries make me worried, but I still have to try and unravel them bit by bit. I'm sure the road will be long and tough, but I don't have any other choice. Let's talk a bit about where I was at before I became a bear. First, I was a total loss. My water keeps falling over, and I wish it wouldn't. I just had no idea what I should become. A lady in our tech support department suggested I try being a shrimp. She was like, "Oh, the company's been trying to push this forever. It's a really incredible offer." As she laid out all the details, it turned out it wasn't a tiger prawn like I'd hoped, but a little popcorn shrimp. That's totally tiny. I would have been the world's smallest mascot. It's like eating shrimp. I don't want to be one myself. Plus, someone might come along and step on me. So then the lady totally started laughing at me. She was like, "You think we can do tiger porn on our budget?" So ultimately, I decided to become a bear instead.
And that's the secret origin story of Monokuma.
Sure. Weirdos. A lot of years.
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
First things first, I need to head to the dining hall. As I entered the dining hall, the first thing I saw was her. What are you staring at? Oh, Toko.
What's your problem?
What do you think? What? You think your eyes will rot just by looking at me? Fine, then don't look at me. I think he's just surprised to see you at the breakfast meeting is all. Indeed, it's been quite a while since you joined us. Yeah, what made you change your mind? Byakuya said he liked a girl to have to meet on her bones, so... I'm gonna start eating. I'm gonna force it down into my stomach. I'll eat until I drop.
Okay.
I refuse to lose.
Hina.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Well, other than that, it looks like Kyoko isn't here.
You know?
Oh, she said she'd come by later. Later?
You know?
Yeah, after you leave. That's not what I want to hear. Oh. Oh, not my girl. Oh, just fuming at me. She's not even trying to hide it anymore. I know she said she wanted you to show some backbone, but you didn't need to show her that much.
Just a second.
Good day, Makoto. Day. Present day of Dirtlandia. You don't understand.
Just the worst.
You're the type who takes the stairs of love 3 steps at a time, aren't you? I'm telling you, it's not like that. Just shut up already, Hina. You've been running your filthy mouth like that all morning. Filthy? Me? Don't make me repeat myself. I'm not filthy. It's no use denying it. We can all see how disgusting you are.
Huh?
Shut up. You and that lusty body of yours. Night after night you go out for your illicit club meetings. Hey, knock it off. I can't deal with dirty stuff like that. Your midnight extracurricular activities only put us in even more danger. Extracurricular activities. Jesus.
Please.
Stop it. You'd like me to stop, wouldn't you? Your sweaty hands growing the big fat chalk tight. Going for all that extra credit, your screams are like the screech of the violated blackboard. And it's amazing. India's ideas are coming to me one after another. So would you rather have your black eye on the left or the right? Sorry.
Hey, come
Let's
on.
leave Toko alone. She's gone a little funny from all her pent-up frustration.
You know?
Anyway, you and Kyoko need to make up already, you know? Yeah, I know. I mean, of course I want things to get better as soon as possible. But with everything that's been going on, I haven't had a chance to talk to her about what I saw. Before anything, I need to talk to Sakura about it. Sakura, what is it? Can you make some time later? I was hoping I could talk to you. Now that Kyoko's dumped in, Makoto's trying to win Sakura's heart. Are you in a heat, Makoto? Don't care who they are, as long as they've got the right equipment.
Just the worst.
Watch out, Sakura. Makoto's transformed into a wild beast. Prime Minister Wild Beast Beastopia. Why is this happening to me?
Well,
Can I wait until tomorrow? I'd like to get some rest today. For some reason I've been feeling worn down these last few days. Are you sick? Did you get hurt? No, nothing serious. I just had some minor aches and pains. Is that... Must be because of that battle. But it must be pretty bad if you have to go rest. Are you sure you're okay? I'm sure a protein shake and some sleep will get me back on my feet.
You got it.
That's true. Protein is good for all kinds of stuff.
Hey.
You guys like worship protein. It's like your god or something.
Okay.
Makoto, I don't know what it is you want to talk to Sakura about, but save it till tomorrow. She's in pain. Yeah, I got it.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
You know?
Well, for now, let's eat. Eat? I'm kind of nervous.
Huh?
How come?
What's
Because
your
I don't
problem?
usually eat in front of other people. Yeah, that's uncomfortable, isn't it? Ever since I was a kid, I'd eat by myself.
What the heck?
What about your family? Oh, well, yeah, I used to live with my dad, my mum, and my mum.
Huh?
You had 2? What? That's just how things were. That's like a serious issue. Just let it go. You're asking for trouble getting involved with her more than you have to. How dare you speak to me with that disgusting mouth of yours? Stop saying stuff like that. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and eat. If I don't, Kyoko will never show up. Pretty miserable situation, man. I scarfed down the breakfast as fast as I could and immediately headed back to my room. I'll have to wait till tomorrow to confront Sakura about what I saw, but in a way I'm kind of relieved. It takes a lot of courage to stand face to face with Sakura and accuse her of something. Who am I talking to in my free time? Oh, that's Sakura. Who's around? I love that every time you find a new floor, they abandon the last one. Oh, dogs are barking. Postman must have come. Is here. I don't want to talk to those two that much. Let's go here. Everyone's here. But I'm guessing she doesn't talk to me now, like at all.
Anyway,
I'm busy, I don't have time to waste. Yeah, she doesn't want to talk to me. Okay. I'm just gonna be sad about it forever. It's fine. Hi, Hina. Pushing on him doesn't help. Smacking him doesn't help. What the heck is up with those things?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm talking about the metal plates covering all the windows. I know, we should try grabbing the top and yanking down on it. Yeah, let's talk to Hina.
You got it.
You're gonna do some stretches with me? I followed Hina's lead and did some elaborate stretching. Hina and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Hina a present? I can see what I've got. Do need to get some more stuff. I'll use that stuff. Well, I'll just give her some noodles, I suppose. I hope she likes those. Ooh. Okay, calm down. Oh, I don't have any. Gave them to Kyoko. Sure. It's food. Food's food. It's like you read my mind. Does that mean she liked it? What's that, Hina? Is something wrong? I've reached my limit.
Just a second.
I'm stuck in here, can't do any sports, can't do anything. I'm sick of it. I want to get under the sun and do some laps, run a marathon. I want to do some real sports. Hina, calm down, okay?
What the heck?
I can't do anything in here. If I can't move around, I'm going to die like a bunny rabbit. I always heard rabbits die from loneliness.
That's terrible.
Whatever, I'm going to die if I can't get some proper physical activity. Don't you think that's a little extreme?
What the heck?
You think I'm kidding, don't you? But I seriously can't sit still, you know? Why else would I have joined 6 sports team in school? 6? I didn't even realise there was 6 sports. 6?
That's right.
Yeah, track, basketball, softball, volleyball, tennis, and the big one. The big one. She got to her main sport but ran out of juice. I think it's going to be swimming. Swimming. Your main sport is swimming, right? Yeah, you got it. God, I don't even care what stroke it is. Just get me in a pool under the blue sky. But isn't it hard to do that many sports even for you?
Well,
If I can't move, I'll just shrivel up and die. And I need a challenge. More and more new stuff to try. A challenge.
because, I mean,
What I really love about sports isn't winning, you know? It's having to fight and struggle and give it all to reach, and give it all you've got to reach the top. It's that excitement, that fear that you might suffer a heartbreaking loss.
but,
When you finally reach that goal, it's just lonely, and it's lonely at the top, you know? I never really got into sports, but I couldn't really relate to what she was talking about. But I could tell that the reason Hina was so amazing was how hard she could fight and struggle. So that's why I want to push myself as hard as possible when it comes to swimming. I want to aim for the very highest mountaintop. The highest mountaintop.
Okay.
I'm talking about the gold medal, of course. Aim for the gold, even if it means that I'm a super gold spaz. Did she just call herself... Okay, but if that's what you want, isn't that all the more reason? If you have a goal, why are you standing around making excuses?
Huh?
Excuses?
Just a second.
Hey, when did I ever make excuses? Sure, maybe we're stuck in here right now with no way out. But if you really want to make an effort, shouldn't you just try to see what you can do in here?
Oh.
You fucking got busted. That's a challenge. You just made an official challenge.
Yeah, totally.
But I think you're right. If I want to get that gold medal, I've got to make every effort I can. I want to become a genius of effort. I bet Ian Thorpe said something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't go around making excuses just because we're stuck in here. Alright, I think I'll do some push-ups in my room, like maybe 1,000 or something. Almost before she was done talking, Hina took off like a bat out of hell. She recovered exactly as fast and strong as I would have expected. Yay. More skill points. Ooh. Once we're all done, I headed back to my room for a little while. I have plenty of time. I don't feel like just sitting here. I should go somewhere. Who's around now? Yeah, they all kind of come down here, don't they? Byakuya. Well, she's not going to talk to me, is she? I think I'm just going to hang out with Hina. I do like hanging out with Hina. She's enthusiastic and I like it.
Okay.
Each and every person has to do their job. The cooperation of each player is true teamwork.
You got it.
That's a quote from the famous rugby player Yuji Masuo. We've got to do the same thing. Cooperate so we can survive. Should I hang out with Hina? Yes.
Yeah.
You want to go for a run to relieve some of this stress? No, not really, but Hina and I went for a light run through the school. Hina and I grew a little closer today. Yeah, I can see what I've got. Do I have any more of that? No. I mean, sure. See if she likes it. How thoughtful. This is why I like you, Makoto. I mean, not like, not that kind of like. Seeing Hina so pleased with something I gave her makes me happy. Hey Makoto, I'm so tired. Yeah, you look pretty tired. What happened?
Well,
I woke up earlier than normal this morning, so I decided to do a push-up, sit-up, squat set. I ended up doing 1,000 of each. Well, that would explain it. Tired, so tired. I want something sweet. I want those things you get when you mix flour, sugar, butter and eggs and then deep fry them. So what's Hina's looking for is donuts. I know you want some donuts, don't you? Don't tell anyone, but there's actually a bunch of frozen donuts in the warehouse.
okay.
Throw those in the microwave for a few seconds and just imagine. Imagine the warm chewiness of that donut. You know what I'm saying, right? You'd eat the crap out of that, yeah? Yeah, I would. I know you want me to have donuts. I want donuts. You really do love donuts, huh?
Just a second.
Is there anyone who doesn't? Who on earth? No, who in the whole universe can say they hate donuts? Exactly. Think about the sensation of biting into a donut. First, the sweetness floods your mouth, then the soft dough cushions you. Next, you get that hint of egg and butter, right? Your whole body starts to melt. You feel like you're falling into the centre of the donut itself. When people talk about the donut effective, that's what they're talking about. That's absolutely not true. I can't take it anymore. I'm drooling like Niagara Falls over here.
Just a second.
Get on my way, Makoto, or I got an uppercut with your name on it. I'm not in the way. Wait for me, god of donuts. Almost before she was done talking, Hina took off like a bat out of hell. Whenever I'm around her, I feel like I'm soaking in the essence of human vitality. More skill points. After I watched her run off, I went back to my room.
Attention, attention! Please gather in the
Oh,
gym as
okay.
soon as you possibly can.
I was like, what? That's not normal. I was just checking the stream manager. Okay.
Quickly, 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 quickly!
He made a special announcement to ask us to come to the gym, and he sounded pretty serious about it too. Let's go on a stroll. How do you run again? Oh, there we go. Oh, jeez. You're fast, Makoto. Race car Makoto. Jesus. Look at this. He's speedy. Oh. Hi, Sakura.
Huh.
You're the last one. Everyone else is already inside. Aren't you gonna go in?
However,
I have a bad feeling about this. More than just a feeling, probably. Monokuma did call us all together, after all. Sakura?
well then,
Makoto. If something happens to me, Hina...
I'm sorry.
No, never mind.
So then,
Who would ever believe in someone who doesn't believe in themselves? Sakura? Oh, honey. I'm sorry. I'm always so sorry for these characters. Everyone must have heard the announcement, and once we all gathered at the gym, it began. Oh, now this is sparse. They've got social distancing. That's how few people there are. That they're all at least 2 feet apart.
Well,
Okay, let's get the show on the road. You're about to give us your next motive presentation, aren't you? Hmm?
That's right.
You got us all together to present another motive, right? Is he right?
Huh?
We have to go through this again? Not again. I can't take it anymore.
I see.
I'm impressed by your level of dismay. You finally see just how low on the totem pole of life you really are. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That's not it at all. We're not here to talk about motive. The reason
I'm feeling black.
The reason I gathered you all here is so that I could get rid of my grudge. Your grudge?
Why?
We have a grudge against you, of course, but I don't recall you ever having a grudge against us. I told you yesterday, didn't I? An eye for an eye, a fang for a fang. Stop beating around the bush, just tell us what you're talking about. Well, Byakuya, you've already told everyone how one of you might be working as a spy for me, right?
Come on.
Yeah, so what about it?
In other words,
Now today I'd like to tell you about that spy. What?
hey.
So guess what? The spy is actually Sakura. He said it so openly it made it sound like it wasn't that big of a deal. Even though he'd just revealed a huge secret. What did you just say? You said the spy is Sakura.
What is this?
What are you talking about?
You're a liar.
There's no way Sakura's a spy. Right, Sakura?
Huh?
Sakura? And I might just make Sakura fulfill the promise she made sometime soon. And if she doesn't, I can't be responsible for what might happen to that hostage of mine. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. What you guys choose to do with that information is up to you.
Thrills, chills, kills.
Roast her, boil her, kill her, don't kill her, whatever.
I can't wait. I
Either
can't
way,
wait.
I can't wait. And just like that, he was gone. Finally understood what he'd been talking about. An eye for an eye, a fang for a fang. In other words, betrayal would be met with betrayal.
Huh? What the heck?
So what does this mean? Is it true? Has Ogre really been spying on us for the mastermind?
What are you saying?
There's no way. But that is what the stuffed animal said, right?
Wrong.
Well,
You're wrong.
he's wrong. There's just no way.
Hey,
Well, Sakura, if he's wrong, all you have to do is tell us.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier. What? Then he's being serious for serious? Ogre's been working for the mastermind?
I'm sorry.
So you've been lying to us all this time.
Huh?
It's not true. Sakura's probably just being controlled. There's got to be some reason. She didn't have a choice. She was just forced to do it. Yeah, I'm sure Hina's right. The mastermind probably threatened her somehow, and Sakura had no choice but to do what she was told. You're talking like you know that for a fact. Because I do know it for a fact. Because I saw it. I saw Sakura and Monokuma fighting. And that's where I heard it. Monokuma mentioned a hostage a second ago, right? And during their fight, I heard Sakura say she decided to fight against the mastermind.
I see.
You saw all that. The mastermind took a hostage, so you were forced to swear loyalty to them, right? But in the end, you made up your mind to betray the mastermind.
What?
Which means Sakura isn't our enemy. She's a friend who we can trust without question. Is that it? Ridiculous. Do you live in some sort of alternate reality fairy tale?
Not possible.
She was the mastermind's tool. You absolutely cannot trust someone like that.
Impossible.
He's right, we just can't believe whatever she says now. How can we even be sure she really did betray the mastermind? Maybe this is a double bluff and she's still doing exactly what the mastermind wants.
What are you saying?
Sakura would never do that. Okay then, Sakura, if you really have cut ties with the mastermind, tell us who they really are. Well,
I'm sorry.
sorry I can't. Even I don't know that.
What?
You don't know? That just makes you all the more suspicious.
Please.
She's telling the truth. You have to believe her.
Don't make me repeat
Shut up.
myself.
I'm not finished questioning her.
Come on.
Next question. What's this about a promise? What did the mastermind order you to do? I was told to kill one of my friends. I suddenly felt that the temperature in the room had dropped 20 degrees. The weight of those words.
I see.
Wrong. You're wrong.
I completely skipped what he said because I don't care about him. You're wrong, I'm telling you, Sakura would never do that. You don't have to yell. We can hear you just fine. Don't you have an inside voice? Wait, this is the log, isn't it? He said, "It's these here, even now you're taking aim on our lives." Fucking loser. I don't care, yeah.
That's terrible.
It's because you're not listening to me.
Wait.
Please stop. You don't need to defend me anymore. I have to take full responsibility for this.
However,
How do you intend to do that? By destroying the mastermind. What? I'm going to challenge them. Even if it means we both go down, I will defeat them.
I'm sorry.
That is how I intend to take responsibility. Hold on, what do you mean if you both go down?
Hina.
It's Hina, I'm sorry I didn't tell you about this. What?
I'm sorry.
I didn't know what to do. I went back and forth about confiding in you again and again.
Well,
But I was scared. I thought if I told you, you might think less of me.
But
Sakura.
I'm sorry.
Sakura turned away from us and left the gym. And then... Now it's night time. And my water's fallen over again.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Well, it's night time. We should all go to bed.
no way.
Hold on, this whole thing with Sakura is
Don't make me repeat
over.
myself.
She's our enemy. There's nothing more to discuss.
That's terrible.
No, Sakura is not our enemy.
Why?
Why doesn't anyone understand her?
What?
What is it you think you understand? You didn't even know who she really was.
What is
That's...
this?
calm down.
Let it go for now, Hina. Talking about it isn't going to help anything.
Why?
But
Anyway,
go to your room. cool down and we continue this discussion tomorrow. It was the worst. The mood at the end of the night was just the worst. Being in such an awful mood. We were honestly glad the day was over. Sakura is the spy. She's the traitor. Byakuya said Sakura is the enemy, but he's wrong. She's not my enemy, she's my friend, without a doubt. But what can I do? What can I do to make everyone believe in Sakura? How? Oh. As long as you're human, there will always come a point where you wish you could do things differently. Even a baseball player in the major leagues. Even a soccer player touring Europe. Even a famous singer who started her career as a backup dancer on a sketch comedy show. She makes a brilliant debut, but instead of going for more, she marries some third-rate actor and retires. Every human has regrets, and things they'd like to go back and change.
But I don't, 'cause I'm a bear.
Solid point. Oh. It's like that point where the water just starts coming at you. It's attacking me.
Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine! Get ready to greet another beautiful day!
I'm worried about Sakura. I need to hurry up and get to the dining hall. Kyoko? Kyoko? Kyoko. Do you still hate me? Kyoko, good morning. And she's gone. Still ignoring me. Is she really that mad at me? But actually, it's not just Kyoko. Ever since Monokuma summoned us last night, the atmosphere around here has gotten really heavy. I almost feel it looming over us, weighing us down. Sigh. Well, if nothing else, I need to patch up things with Kyoko as soon as possible. Please, please, just do exactly that. For me, at the very least. Or I'll die. Ah, Makoto, are you okay? What do you mean? You were late, so we're worried about you. What a dullard. Toko, Byakuya, what are you doing here?
What the heck?
They're taking refuge here. Refuge.
Such
Don't make that stupid face. We have to protect ourselves against the Mastermind's tool. The Mastermind's... Are you talking about Sakura? That's when I finally noticed. The only one that wasn't in the dining hall was Sakura. Where is Sakura?
Stop talking.
All I know is, if she were here, I wouldn't be. The only reason I went out of my way to join the rest of you was as a safeguard against the threat. Threat?
What is this?
Why? Why do you hate her so much?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? Because that makes things unfair. Unfair? The game should be fair to all players. The existence of a spy for the mastermind upsets that balance.
What the heck?
That's a stupid reason.
What did you say?
Stupid? This is the life or game or death game, is it not?
That's terrible.
It is stupid. You're a stupid idiot.
Hey.
Tell him. Before you get too far into your argument, maybe you should stop and think things through. Why did the mastermind reveal that Sakura was the spy to us?
What the heck?
They were getting revenge on her, right? Like Monokuma said, an eye for an eye.
However,
That may be part of it, but it's not the whole picture. Revealing that fact was also meant to serve as the next motive the mastermind wanted to give us. The chaos and confusion born from suspicion, the hatred.
in other words,
This right here, the fighting, the bickering, is the trap the mastermind laid for us. Knowing that, will you stand there and argue like children?
But
That's not what I'm trying to do, it's just... I mean, how can I get you guys to believe in Sakura again? If she really can beat the mastermind like she said, that'd go a long way in my mind.
what are you saying?
Idiot, you really ask her to do something so dangerous? What if something terrible happens to her? It wouldn't
Interesting.
matter.
Huh?
What? If Sakura were to die, that's one less person for the mastermind to control. I have no problem with that. I have some problems with you, man. Who says that? Who says says that about another human being? I can't comprehend that. How you can go, oh, if they die, it's fine. It's good for us, you know. Hold on, Byakuya. In fact, if she did die, that would settle this entire issue, wouldn't it? It would put the whole problem to rest. Yes! I love it. Fucking whack. I hope that was just straight up backhand as well.
You disgust me.
Thank you. Someone said it. Someone said it. Someone said it.
You're a monster. To say something like that, it should have been you. You should have been the one to die.
What?
I should have died? Interesting. Then are you planning to take care of that yourself? Go ahead. Try it if you dare. That's how it works here after all.
What is
Do you
this?
think I can't do it? Hina, calm down.
That's right.
This is exactly what the mastermind wants. It's exactly what Sakura doesn't want. What's wrong? Lost your nerve? Shut the fuck up. She just beat your ass. Okay? Shut up. I'm leaving. I'll be in my room. Trembling with anger, Hina ran off. That stupid cow. How dare she? She should die 1,000 deaths. No, 1,000,000. You too. Don't you? We're protecting Hina now. Leave her alone. So she was just another hysterical little girl, hardly worth my attention. You're just upset because she whacked you, man.
Just a second.
It's what the other people call having feelings, Byakuya, and all you can do is mock them for it. What's wrong with that?
Hey,
A friendly word of warning. Someday that attitude is going to come back and bite you. Hard. You tell them. You tell them.
I don't have time.
And I will happily elude its attempts. So, you know, how about we eat? Maybe now's not a good time.
You know?
Without a word, each of us left the dining hall. Look, I'm just glad that this group of people has finally called him out on his shit. You know? Has actually finally gone, no, you can't do that anymore. That's ridiculous. We headed back to our rooms one by one. Whew. So what should I do today? Is Hina around? Is she okay? Am I still not allowed to talk to Kyoko? Is the game still like, no, you can't talk to Kyoko. She still hates you. Because I really do want to talk to her. How are you all? Oh, there you are. You're up here. Actually, I need to go to the Mono machine and get some more presents for people before I chat to anyone. Got loads of coins, so. Let's try my hand. Give it a shot. Alright, let's go. Okay, we need to put some more coins in then. It's fine. Don't lose another man's fantasy. Oh, lucky. Oh. Oh, lucky. Oh. Oh. Well, Fumi's not here, so no one wants that. Oh, lucky. Got loads of those. Pen. I'm looking for some food, because if you hang out with Hina, she likes the food. Lucky. I'll stop in a minute. What are those? They're so annoying. That looks like food, so... Oh, I keep doing that. Oh, you idiot. Now we can go up to the 3rd floor. Oh, 4th, I mean. To me it's the 3rd. Usually the bottom one's called the ground floor, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm fine. Hi. Looking to see if Kyoko wants to be friends again. I'm wondering that she is. Kyoko?
Anyway,
I'm busy, I don't have time to waste. Okay, she still desperately does not want to interact with me. Okay. Fine. I hang with Hina. I want him to give me a skill. I need a new skill. Mikoto, did you want something? Should I talk to Hina for a while? Yes. Hi, Hina.
About that.
Were you worried about me?
Sorry.
That's nice of you. Yeah, I'm worried about you, hon. You're going through some shit, huh? Hina was quite depressed, but I did what I could for her. Hina and I grew a little closer together. Yes, let's give her a present. Royal curry ration. Let's give her a royal curry. For me? Thanks, Makoto. That makes me feel a little better. Yeah. Was I able to cheer her up for a little? Was that it? I suppose I can't really get anything for her. I don't know who to talk to then if everyone's kind of just sad. You know? Who can I possibly spend my goddamn time with? Hina don't want to hang out. Sakura probably won't want to hang out. Toko's not an option. Oh god, I'm gonna have to spend time with Hero. It's my worst nightmare. Wherever he is. Where is he? No, no, no. I do like her, but she's very easily offended. Hello, Hero. Hina's sad, and she won't give me any skill points. So.
According to the spirits,
I had a dream last night. I saw that the spirit world was going to flood us with energy and save us from the school nightmare.
how about
It's a
that?
prophecy. Take heart, my man. Yeah, let's hang out with this nutcase.
You know?
I've got something I wanted to show you. I've got the stigmata on my back.
Hey, come on.
It's a gift from the gods. Hero showed me a scar on his back, though I didn't really get what it meant. Hero and I grew a little closer today. Let's give him a present. What do I have for Hero? I bet he'd love these. I'll take whatever I can get my hands on. That's just my style, man. Does that mean he just likes everything? Does that mean he liked it?
Could it be?
Hey Miko, you know what I think? You and me meeting like this, it wasn't a coincidence.
Hmm.
So I've got some good news for you. I'm going to give you a psychic reading at a huge discount. A discount?
How about that?
Normally it's $1,000 for 2 hours, but for you, let's call it 900. That's only a $100 discount, and even then it's way too expensive.
Don't be mean.
Hey, come on, you should count yourself lucky that the ultimate clairvoyant is willing to tell your future. So are you right pretty often?
Well,
I sure am at the bare minimum. I've got a 20% chance accuracy. 20%? That sounds pretty sketchy.
what the heck?
For real? Don't make that face. Didn't you hear what I said? 20% of the time I'm right. Every time. That includes natural disasters, election results, you name it. Don't you realise how amazing that is?
How about that?
Okay, fine. I'll give you a special trial run. After all, I've already seen what the future has in store for you. When did you see it?
Well,
You won't believe what I saw. It would appear that the mother of your children and the mother of my children are the same woman. I refuse. Denied. Don't like it.
I'm right.
Doesn't
right?
matter if you don't like it. That's just the way it is. 20% accuracy, you said.
You know?
At least. I pray to everything holy that you're wrong. Please, be wrong. Now then, since that was a special trial run, I'm afraid I can't apply the discount. That'll be $1,000, please. Don't worry, you can pay me after we get out of here. Wait, hold on. But there's no way you're going to be right, right? If you like, I can do a reading right now to see whether my reading was right or not. Naturally, additional fees will apply. Think about it, okay? Let me know as soon as you're ready for my services. Oh, he's gone. Do I have enough in my bank account to take another crack at it? No, I can't bring myself to pay something like that. I can see how people would fall into that kind of cycle, though. That was close. Please, whoever's listening, I'm begging you, whatever else happens, don't let him be right. Makaro, I'm listening. I can't promise you anything, my man. I can't. Lost in thought. Oh, I hope that's a good one. Please. Once we're all done, I headed back to my room for a little while.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then, sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Nighttime already. Tonight feels somehow uneasy. We still haven't settled things with Sakura. Everyone's in a terrible mood. I just hope nothing happens tonight. After I declined the offer to become a shrimp, the tech support lady just refused to drop the issue. Once the shrimp idea was dead, she came back suggesting I should become a crab instead. How much can one person love crustaceans? I said no, of course, and she shot back. Okay, then how about to make you extra special, you can be a crab that walks sideways and backwards. But how's that any better? I don't want to go sideways or backwards, I want to go forward. I heard her annoyed sigh on the other end of the line. Then she said, you just don't see the splendour of the crab. Haven't you ever heard the tale of the crab and the monkey? Of course I've heard of it. I know all about it, but so what? The crab beats the monkey, but it's just some legend, hardly relevant to our greed-obsessed modern society. Sure, monkeys will show up in movies and stuff from time to time, but not crabs. Monkey-themed clothes are sweeping the fashion world, but the crab doesn't stand a chance, right? Oh. Hello, Wildheart. So, what did you miss? I just blanked out the last 2 hours of my life. Sakura is the spy, but we still love Sakura. And Byakuya was a bitch, and Hina slapped him, and it was great. And Kyoko hates me. And that's it. Crabs have no place in today's light-speed world. Do your market research, lady. Well, the thing is, so she told him a secret, and because he was like, oh, we're friends, you can tell me anything. And then he had a secret and was like, I can't tell her. And then she was pissed. She was like, oh, so it's like, you're always ready to hear, but you're never ready to share kind of thing. And she's fuming. Which is why I chose the always popular bear image.
And that's the secret origin story of Monokuma.
I wanted to tell her, but the game didn't let me. I'm very upset. Can't hang out with her anymore. She's like, I don't want to waste my time.
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
Oh. I need to do something about Sakura. I better go to the dining hall and talk to the others about it one more time. Oh! You scared the earphone out of me. Someone scream? Huh? Was that someone screaming? I think it came from the dining hall. You ready to see Makoto's like speed run? This is how he walks, right? But then he's so fast. I was laughing at that earlier. I couldn't get over it. Makoto, we got a big problem, man. He's so speedy. What's wrong? Look. Hero's finger shook as he pointed.
Hina!
Someone sounded like a little bitch when he said that.
Are you okay? What happened?
She killed her.
No, Hero.
Genocide Jill killed Hina!
She's perfectly alive.
You gotta be kidding!
No. She's not dead. Open your eyes. No way she's dead. Why? What happened? Well, Token and Hina, just all of a sudden they were yelling and then they knocked the pepper off the table and that led to a sneeze. Her giant balloons are a little too perfect, aren't they? I might be flat, but at least mine are real. And look at my shapely collarbone. Doesn't it just totally set you on fire? No.
Totally not adorable.
Anyway, you totally non-adorable boys. Just get her out of my sight, okay? Or else I'll start cutting and cutting and cutting and indulge myself for who knows how long. Okay, then let's get Hina to the nurse's office. Come on, hero. Help me. Exactly, don't hate on the teas. What the fuck is this? Sure thing. Woo! Woo! Just so Jack's abrasive laugh chased us out of the room as we carried Hina away. By the time I finished taking care of Hina's injury in the nurse's office, she seemed to have finally regained her composure.
Sorry.
Thank you. Are you sure you're feeling better? Yeah, it really was just a scratch. But still, that was super close. If I hadn't yelled out, you'd be dead right now. It's all thanks to me, you know. Yes, well, 1,000 thanks to you, sir. So sarcastic. That just makes you sound even more hostile. Hey, Hina, what the heck happened? Oh, well, we just got into a fight and I lost my temper and flew off the handle. Let me guess, the fight was because of Sakura?
But
At first I tried to just ignore it. If you let jerk buttholes get to you all the time, you'll never have time left to live your life. But she wouldn't let it go, so I just... Without thinking about it, I felt like I wanted to punch her a dozen times.
Serious?
A dozen punches isn't really without thinking. And when things got out of hand, Genocide Jack got let loose, right?
sorry.
It's my own fault, but I just couldn't take it anymore. Because she was saying all these terrible things about my friend, you know? Before I knew it, Hina's eyes started welling up with tears. And just as the tears were on the brink of spilling over, the door to the nurse's office burst open. I thought the door was going to fly off its hinges. And there she stood before us.
Hina.
Sakura, you're hurt. What happened?
Huh?
Nothing. It's not a big deal.
Hey!
Makoto, hero, what's the meaning of this? It wasn't me, it was Genocide Jill. It's all that demented murderous fiend's fault.
Damn.
To hurt Hina, damn you. To leave me all alone, but hurt her. What is this?
How dare you?
What is this? I'm okay, really. It's just a scratch.
No forgiveness.
Unforgivable.
I can't forgive this.
Can't forgive them. Stop screaming. Hero, if you want to hate someone, hate me. If you want to hurt someone, hurt me. I don't hate you exactly.
I can't forgive
Why?
this.
Save me. Hero nearly tripped over himself as he ran screaming out the nurse's office. There's so much yelling. Oh. Just a second later. What's going on?
Hey,
Hi, honey. What's all this noise about? Kyoko stood in the doorway of the nurse's office, taking Hero's spot in the room.
it would seem...
I gather that something happened. Kyoko, please, you have to stop Sakura.
Wait.
You don't need to stop me. I'm okay. I'm not going to do anything, I'm drawing a line. Right here and now. Drawing a line?
Goodbye.
Bye? Wait, Sakura. Hina sprang into action, leaving the nurse's office to chase after Sakura. The only ones left were... Kyoko? Honey? Kyoko? Are you still mad? Yeah, I figured.
That's fine.
It's fine. Huh? About that issue we discussed earlier, it doesn't matter anymore. What? It's fine? Then do you forgive me for not being able to talk about it?
In other words...
You could have told me about Sakura and Monokuma fighting, but you stayed quiet. You're only thinking of Sakura, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? You didn't want to confuse everyone until you could talk to her and be sure of what you saw. That's what you were thinking, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? Yeah. To think like that.
I wouldn't have expected such arrogance from you.
Okay. What?
Because
ultimately that means you don't trust me. No, that's not it. But if that's how you feel, I can't really change your mind. I'm sorry.
that's fine.
I've already forgotten about it. I don't think you have. Besides,
And
I may have overreacted. Excuse me? Okay. Huh?
Anyway...
It's over and done with. Like I said, let's just forget about it. Okay. Thank you.
Whew.
We discussed doesn't matter anymore. I want to talk to you about something else. What is it that you wanted to talk to me about?
Indeed.
Actually, I'd like you to come somewhere with me. I have business there. Where?
So...
Just come with me and you'll find out. I guess, but...
Shall we go?
Well then, shall we get going? With her typical indifference, Kyoko turned and walked away, setting a brisk pace. Oh, Kyoko! I hurried to catch up with her. She walked ahead in silence, and in silence, I chased her. Sounds about right. And eventually we arrived. The dressing room. So there's something else you mentioned.
Indeed.
That's right, it has to do with alter ego. But you said we didn't need alter ego anymore.
Wrong.
I didn't say we didn't need him. I just said he'd done his job. Besides, it's not us that needs alter ego. He has business with us. Huh?
Right.
Alter ego's asked me to bring the others to come see him. Apparently he has something he wants to ask us. Alter ego wants to ask us something?
Correct.
Alter ego, yeah. What do I do? What do you want? You want me to click on the computer? Hello. Oh, so it's just the two of you? Kyoko and Makoto? Kyoko's fingers glided across the keyboard. Is two not enough? No, it's okay. Two should be plenty. But what is it he wants to ask us?
Indeed.
Let's find out, shall we? Kyoko typed in the question. What did you want to ask us? Oh, yeah, so I'd like you to take me somewhere where you can connect me to the school network.
What?
Kyoko and I quickly glanced at each other. She replied, why? Well, you said my job was done, right? But to just stop here, saying I've finished my work, I don't want that. I want to keep being helpful to everyone. Honey, I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here.
That's right.
That's what Master would want too. So to help everyone else. To solve the mystery of the school.
That's right.
The only way I can help is if you connect me to this school's network. But if you did that, that's basically suicide. I'm positive the mastermind would find out about it. They'd find you and they'd... Oh man, can't lose this baby twice, you know? It hurts. It's a very painful thing. You agree, right, Kyoko?
So,
I realise how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this.
but
I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
still,
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. I couldn't help but get lost in that voice. It was just too committed, too admirable. too fragile.
Hey,
You remember what you asked before, Makoto? You asked what the difference is between a person and a program, right? Yeah.
certainly.
When I talk to Alter Ego, I don't know. I have no idea how to answer that question. I think maybe that's a question even the program's creator can't answer. Because he's dead. Of course he can't answer that. Jesus Christ. But I can say this.
Correct.
There's no question that Alter Ego is our friend. Kyoko, to be honest, I don't want Alter Ego to push himself anymore. Because if we take any more risks, the mastermind really will notice it. But
Makoto.
let's do it, Makoto. Let's connect Alter Ego to the network. But
Hey,
he's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. And he says that he wants to fight alongside his friends.
now.
If you were in his place, could you just sit by and do nothing in this situation? If you saw everyone else fighting and doing their best, could you just look the other way? Or would you stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them you're their friend?
So,
Are you guys fighting? If it's about me, please don't.
I want to believe in myself.
Oh. I want to be able to say, I know I can do this.
Leave it to me.
So please, let me try.
Listen.
Besides, there's one place where Mastermind might not notice. One place.
That's right.
Remember, there's another place besides here where there's no surveillance camera. A room without a surveillance camera. The secret room. Oh, you missed that as well. There's a secret room and Makoto got bonked. He got bonked in the back of the head. The secret room you told me about. I definitely remember there was no surveillance camera in there.
Indeed.
And I do believe you can connect to the network from there as well. I remember seeing an Ethernet port on the wall. However, just because there's no camera there doesn't mean there's no danger. There's no way to be sure the mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. We'll also have to move Alter Ego, and the mastermind may spot us going to the secret room. If they pick up on any of this, then it's all over. You're right.
That's what we have to do.
But despite all that, I think we need to try.
Correct.
Because that's our best chance of finding any new clues. Oh. Kyoko, in that case, will you let me carry him? There's no way you could hide him with what you're wearing, right? So let me do it.
It's true.
Okay, then I'll leave it to you. Thank you.
So then.
Then let's get started. It's going to be a little cramped for you, Alter Ego. Bear with us, okay? We started packing him up right away. I closed the laptop and stuffed it underneath my jacket. It tickles. You can't talk right now. We're going to move you to another room. Until we get there, you have to be absolutely silent, okay? Understood. Your command has been implemented. It's so cute. Good. To have him react like a machine like that all of a sudden, I didn't know how to react.
Makoto.
In the secret room, there are a bunch of different cables in one of the desk drawers. So there might be a network cable in there?
However.
Assuming the mastermind hasn't taken it already. Well, all we can do is go and check for ourselves.
It's true.
Agreed. Let's head to the secret room. Yeah, even as an AI, the cutest. Absolutely the cutest. Where am I going? Yeah, it's here.
Hey.
Hey, Makoto.
Why?
Are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go and check again. What?
Listen to me.
Just hurry up and go and make sure you don't run off. I'm going to wait right here. Oh, I get it. She's acting. She was so forceful, I thought I'd made her mad again somehow.
Just a second.
Why are you just standing there? Hurry up and go. Okay, I'm going.
So then.
And be thorough. I'm counting on you. Okay, first we have to find the network cable. In the drawer. According to Kyoko, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Found it. This is a network cable, right? Now we just have to connect Alter Ego. I immediately got to work. I pulled out the laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port with the cable. And that should do it. Oh.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Leave it to me.
Just leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something. Why are there tissues on the table? Is that not normal? I have a box of tissues over here. Just don't let anyone else in. I might be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help. So just wait a little while longer.
I'm gonna do my best.
Just hold tight and put your faith in me. As I was about to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're going to get out of here. You and all the rest of us as friends.
Huh?
Friends? Even me?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Makoto.
Makoto.
How'd it go? Well, it went okay, but all the documents were gone, just like I told you. My reply was unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
Correct.
I see. Then there's nothing left for us here.
Goodbye.
She's fucking gone. Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore, that much was for sure. Oh, Kyoko.
What?
Yes? So we're just gonna split up?
Why is that?
Of course. I have no reason to stay with you at this point. Well, maybe, but isn't that a little too direct? Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance. Jeez, Mako, you're so high maintenance, man. Ridiculous. That's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about, like what you're going to do about Sakura.
It's true.
Well, something has to be done, it's true.
However...
But the way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen. He is kind of clingy, but so am I. Mostly with Kyoko. I'm like, honey, where are you? Where's Kyoko gone? Then what should we...
So...
If we can find some new clue that would likely change the situation, that's all we can hope for right now. Which is why Alter Ego.
Correct.
All we can do is wait and believe in our friends. You're right. That's our only option. We parted ways and I headed back to my room. I'm kind of tired, so I laid down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving Alter Ego, but I was way more tired than I realised. So before long at all, I completely dozed off. Lazy fucker. Ah, now you gotta get the fuck up, ain't you? Huh? Hey, you've only got to ring once. For fuck's sake. The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world. He's so stressed. I get stressed every time I put a computer under my jumper and move it to a different room as well. Alright. Rattle.
Makoto.
Yes? What do you want? Makoto, get out here. Kyoko, what's going on?
Indeed.
Kina just came to see me and she was white as a ghost. Oh no. No, I'm not ready. No, I'm not ready. Not ready again. This is too quick. This is too quick. It sounds like something's happened. I don't want to deal with more dead people. soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. Suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. The rec room? Okay, let's hurry. Oh, for fuck's sake. Hi, Hina. Makoto, Kyoko. Hina, what's wrong? Something's not right. In the rec room. What's inside? There's a window in the rec room door and I hurried to look inside. And when I did... Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair, like she's bowing her head.
Hey.
What's going on? Did something happen to her?
Huh?
I was just walking past and I happened to notice her through the window, but I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking, I tried calling her name, but she wouldn't respond. So what should we do? What are we going to do?
Anyway.
First of all, we need to get into that room. But the door's locked, right? And if we break in, we'll be violating school regulations.
Listen to me.
We're going to force our way in. I just said,
Wrong.
the door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock. Then why?
It would seem...
It feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair? Chair?
In other words.
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means, as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. There's no problem if we break in.
Indeed.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay, I'll get something to break it with. Wait right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure... Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence, but that silence didn't last long. Here. I found a broom in the classroom. Use it.
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto?
Please.
Come on, please, hurry. Okay, you two, stand back. I took hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could, which for Makoto, I'm sure, not particularly hard. Aiming directly at the window, we all took it. All it took was one solid hit. The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just... I pushed on it with all my strength and finally the knob turned. Sakura. I ran up to her as fast as I could. Oh man. But the moment I laid my hand on her, all I felt was cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of the living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body. And then...
A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin! Danganronpa.
9 people have died. 9. Huh?
Sakura's dead.
Pretty sure it's 9, isn't it? Sayaka, Junko, Leon, Chihiro, Mondo, Takahifumi, Celeste, and yeah, now Sakura. Yeah, she's a tank.
She's really dead?
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. Even Kyoko looked shook. could only look on at Sakura's dead body. We didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pulse or a reaction? Hina, I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And why? Why did this have to happen? Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Oh man. As someone who doesn't know what happens, what do you think? That's all I can say. I repeat it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there, motionless behind her, while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long, I got everyone.
What?
Stop calling her ogre, she's dead. Now's not the time, hero.
Yes.
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed, I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means. Sakura is
Interesting.
murdered by someone in this very room. He's not allowed to kill anyone though, is he? Like, unless they, like, completely break the rules, but... Keep your theories with you. Keep your theories with you. Is that what you were going to say?
Huh?
No. Whoever killed her, it's not just someone in this room. It was one of you. Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, one of you killed Sakura.
What?
You accusing us before we even begin the investigation? I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her. One of you did it. I know it. You know it? Jeez, I didn't know your power level will increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on.
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer. Is that what we're calling him now?
It's the Monokuma file.
Can we just call the Monokuma files murder flyers? And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that, hold on. There's something I want to ask you.
Huh?
It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura?
Say what?
Uh-huh. Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again and
In
then...
other words,
Then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Hi, Rose. Welcome back. You came back just in time for copious death. Sakura came to the most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. Which, thank God for that. It saved me the trouble of having to go through with that little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
hey,
I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her.
well,
So I don't know who it was, but whoever the Blackened is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe them one? Oopsie. Before you get pissy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Because, I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
What is this?
What the hell? He owes them one?
I won't
I
forgive
hate
you.
him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind after all. And no one cares what you think. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. Hina? I'm okay. Let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay then, Hina is guard number 1, but we need more. Kyoko, that's you.
what?
Me? You don't tell her what to do. You're always a thorn in my side. This time just stand by and watch quietly. Watch quietly? Consider that an order? What the fuck is happening? I'm offended. An order? You don't tell her to do shit.
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind. And she'll still solve it better than you. Someone did slap this man. Hina did it a while back. I will... Oh man. I'm calm. Hold on. Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is... He's just here to get his attention and be a douchebag and ruin everyone's day. Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene. You tell him. What?
It's your
One of you killed Sakura.
I won't
I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear.
I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me. What? You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care. Well, you're Jill, I didn't expect that from you. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And you, Hero, do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to this request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive, and to honour Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally, who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen,
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
listen to me.
all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. I better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There's evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered some violent vomiting of blood.
Hey,
Oh, think the case this time might be a challenge. Why is that?
so...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through, and that door had just been jammed shut with a chair from inside the rec room, which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out till we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right? It's a good series as well, Zero Escape. Okay, now that's next.
In other words,
This is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life and right before our very eyes like this?
hey,
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind.
that's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits the crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh?
In other words...
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from the outside to target the victim inside. Oh, that's fine. You can just listen. Half the time you don't need to see what's happening in this game. Listening's decent enough. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that.
However...
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross this one off the list.
It's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that?
In other words...
They stay hidden, and when the door is opened, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible, maybe.
It's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it isn't an actual loop. It isn't... Oh, wow. Whew. It wasn't actually a locked room at all. I'm fine. Not a locked room.
In other words...
By that I mean there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. Then you think we can cross that one off too?
Indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. Then, Kyoko, which of these 4 choices seems the most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room, until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Oh, man. Actually, I might have to do this on the weekend. Yeah. Oh man. I keep staying up late. Just it's my own fault. It's my own fault. Oh, my brother's alright actually. He's believe he's at work at the moment, but he's alright. He plays on his PlayStation with his mates and he doesn't seem too bothered. I think it was more of a mutual breakup, to be honest. Yeah. It was just a bit shocking that it kind of happened on stream. I couldn't believe it. Always save twice. Oh. Yeah, I should be back on Saturday. Yeah, it came out of nowhere. I did hear loads of background stuff going on, and I was like, what's happening? Turns out she was moving out during my stream. Shocking. Yeah, I'll be back Saturday. Oh yeah, I'll quickly put the Discord in. Oh, you're straight on it. I don't even need to now. Yeah, don't worry if you're late. I can always give you a recap. You lot are legends. Honestly. Oh, hey. It has been fun. Oh, got much more ahead of us. You guys have a good day, yeah? Yeah, I will. Bye, guys. Have a good day.